Alright, so welcome to the 2019 Clipper 108 Sport. So right above your tire, right in the center, you just got this little back port. You're just going to open that up. Inside, it's your power cord. We're just going to pull that out. And stay at the end here, you just got that standard 30 amp end. Most campsites are going to have that for you. You can just plug straight on in. And if you're looking to plug in at home, say run your fridge, charge your batteries, we do also provide you with an adapter. So the adapter and other accessories can be found up in your front storage compartment. So just the two latches there. Pull it back, it'll open up. Flip it open, and on the left side here, if you just press that in, it just locks it, holds it open. So right here, this jack is just going to slide into your winch right up here. We'll use that in a minute. And then down here is just your stabilizer jacks. So in each corner of the trailer here, you've got these stabilizer jacks. So this end's just going to attach to it. Just going to run it down until it contacts the ground. And then once you're at the ground, you're just going to give it another turn or so just to firm it up. And what that'll do is it'll just get rid of the bounce and the sway out of the trailer as you're walking through it. So in this travel cover here is your barbecue. Underneath it is your stand. So the barbecue's got two slots, two holes on either side. That'll just slide onto these arms here. And then as for this bracket, you can see the channel down the back. Just lines up on top and then sits in place. And that's that. The barbecue would slide onto here and you can do your outside cooking. Just bringing the arms up and folding them back in. Lift it up, pull it back. And that's that. And right over here, just got your water hose. And you seem to be missing your park adapter. So we'll grab that as soon as we're done here. You've also got the wheel for your front tongue jack there. Just slides underneath, locking pin holds it in place. That's that. And so once you're done getting everything out of your storage compartment that you need, you're gonna close that up. And then right around your roof, clip at each corner. And then once you've got them all undone, we're coming up to the winch here. And as it says right there on that sticker, turning clockwise to go up. As we're going up, we're just watching this yellow cable here. As soon as that cable's pulled taut, you're up all the way. Right about there. And then you're just gonna grab a bunk. So right in the center is a little strap. Pull back on that. Pull it out all the way and you'll hear some clicks, just locking it in place. Just like that. And then if you just come to the sides, we've got this zipper here. Screw that up. And then underneath your bunk, you can see you've got this black flap here. Over the corner. And then underneath, and just Velcro to seal it there. We've also got this white rope here. What this is going to do, it's just going to string to the other side and tie them together so that the wind isn't undoing it. So same thing, folding this over, zipper down the side. Alright, so we're actually going to do that from the inside. Alright, then once you're zipped up, same thing with the black flap here. Just around the end and velcroed in place. So you see right in the center here, you just got this little fisheye. Just gonna grab your other end of your hook on this rope and just string it right through there. Just like that. And then come back up top, that black skirt over the edges. And that's that. And so we'll just go around, make sure everything's fully in. Then your rear bunk, same thing. Center strap, pull it back. And then setting it up with the skirts and everything is the exact same as the front, so we'll just leave that. And then if you come inside the trailer, underneath your front bunk, for both bunks really, you'll have this bar here. So just slide it into there. Then this claw at the end here is just gonna grab on to your bar. So you can see right there that bar's got this hole right in the center. Just lining up with that, pressing it into place, picking it up, pushing it back, and then right up on the roof here, you just got those little teeth there. Lock it into place, and that's that. So for your countertop here, I'm just gonna grab that and flip it over. And that'll hit the two switches in the back. That'll turn on all the lights throughout the trailer. With your couch right here, just gonna pull up the back and set it back there. This piece right here just pushes in to create more of a couch rather than a bed. Underneath the rear bunk, you can see you've got the same bar back here, as well as these two channels. So these are your safety channels. So we'll come outside, take this tapered end, line it up up top, push it up, and then just kind of push it into place there. And what that'll do is if the cables or your wrench were to fail in the middle of the night, that'll just prevent your roof from coming down and crushing you. So that being said, very important thing to remember. I like to stagger the corners just because it gives the best balance. And there we go. Now to continue with the outside, right beside your power port is your fresh water port, so we'll just open that up. Take a water hose, stick it into there, turn on the water, and fill up your fresh water tank. You know that tank's full once it starts spitting water out of that vent right there. This right here is the exhaust for your furnace, so if you're ever running your furnace, you just want to make sure nothing's drooped over that. It does get hot. Right here is your fridge. So on the bottom port here, I'm just going to open it up, just turning these little plastic keys there 90 degrees, pulling it out. There we go. So you got the two switches here. The switch on the right, this red one, is turning it on with 12 volt power, so running it off of your battery. The green one is 120 volt power, so running it off of the short cord, off of your house, whatever. And then on the left, the dials for propane. You only want to run it on one power source at a time, so if you're using 12 volt, just 12 volt, 120 volt, just 120 volt, propane, just propane. Up top here is your temperature control, so if you're running it on propane, you want it on 7, 120 volt or 12 volt, you can kind of start playing with your temperatures then. And for lighting it with propane, I'm just gonna open up this little sight glass there on the right here, right there. Turn your knob over to high and hit the ignition. It helps if you turn on your propane. So standard barbecue style propane tank here, just sits there, twist the knob to open it up. And then press and hold that knob, hit the igniter. And as soon as it clears the air out of the system there, you should be able to see that flame going. Yeah, so you can just see it in the back there. It's kind of hard. There we go. So just straight back, you can see that light blue flame. Probably pretty tough with the sun right on it. And once you're done, just turning it off. Putting the cover back on. And then just make sure you turn these back into place to lock it back in. This little cap on the left of your fridge, if you undo that, is just your sink drain. There's no holding tanks in the unit other than the fresh water tank. So whatever water you're done with from the sink just drains straight out, so you will want a bucket or something just to catch that all. And then to the left of that is your outside shower. So you'll get a set of keys, and one of those keys will look just like this round one here. So you're gonna take that, stick it into this keyhole there, open it up, and you got your outside shower here. So hot in the bottom, cold on top, 3-foot hose, standard shower head. Right on top of that, up here, is your city water connection. So you take your water hose, plug it into there, turn on the water, pressurize the water lines throughout the trailer. And then right up front here is your hot water tank. So just line up that keyway, pops it open. Now all of your controls for turning it on are just inside the trailer. Before you ever turn it on though, you just want to hit that relief valve right there. Make sure that bit of water comes out. That bit of water coming out is just letting you know that it is full and it's safe to fire it up. Now inside I'll show you the reset light, or the light to let you know that it hasn't lit up. If that ever comes on, the reset button that we'll be talking about is just right here on the right. And up front, the little black box here just houses your battery. So as long as you're plugged in through your short cord, that battery is charging for you. And then behind it, of course, just your propane tank. This little port right here is just access to your storage compartment. So if you've got your beds open, you can't open up that lid there. So they just give you the little port down the side here. It's something to still get into it with. Porch light, it does work, but it only works with your sink there flipped over. And just behind this little power outlet, so if you wanted to make tea, coffee outside, you have the power to do so. Then another little storage bin right back here. This can be accessed from inside the trailer as well. It's actually just underneath your couch here. And then lastly, right in the very back, this little port is a solar panel. So you can plug in a solar panel right into that and charges up the batteries. And then your step, your door, just one handle there, falls down, and that's that. As you first come in, you've got a little light switch right in the side there. Turns on the two little floor lights there, one there and just one around the corner. This here's your furnace. So your thermostat is actually over here underneath your dinette. Right here. So all the way to the left like that is off. Take this white knob all the way to the right, and that'll turn it on max heat. Anywhere in between is just selecting your temperature. And as that furnace fires up, you will physically see the flame through that little sight glass there, just to let you know that it's actually going. And beside it here, that's your hot water here. Just click that switch, turns it on. That light will come on at first, letting you know that it's going to be turning on. Once that light goes out, it means the ignition sequence is started. And if the light were to come back on after that, it's letting you know that it hasn't lit up. So at that point, you'll be going out and using that reset switch. It's sat right here in the trailer, you can hear it going. And right beside it's your water pump. Turn that switch on, turns on your water pump, draws it out of the freshwater tank. Then beside it here, your fridge. So for the travel lock, it's just kind of got this little tab up top there, just sliding that in and out of place. Storage underneath your sink and your stove here. So do keep in mind though that this does flip over, so you don't really want anything in there that'll break. Cubby right there is just access to your front storage. Power outlet and charging center on the wall there. More storage right here, as well as that binder and the accessories. So that binder does have all of your owner's manuals. It's also got your keys in it. And to the right here, these are your bed heaters. So basically just gonna take this out. No, I'll leave it packed up for you. So that end right there just plugs into your bed on this side here. Just right into there. And then the power cord will come back, plug into here. And then for your temperature and power settings, you're just taking this guy here and just turning this knob. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 being the hottest, and 0 just being off. Also down here, got the little fan light assemblies. So they plug into your light there, just on the side. Then the two switches, the one on the left there, turn on your light. The one on the right, turn on the fan. 2 speeds for the fan, low and high. And they also have the little clips there to mount it up to your 10 supports. Unplug it when you're done. Store it back away. Down here right inside of the dinette seat is your LP detector. So propane's heavier in the air, just sit on the floor. So this guy works just like a smoke detector, detects it and starts going off. And then again by your dinette right here is your converter. So just open that up. You've got all your breakers on the left there. Whenever a breaker breaks, it'll sit in the middle, so just turn it off and then back on. And then you got your fuses on the side here. Right beside it's your GFI outlet. So most outlets in this trailer are linked to this. So if they ever don't work, just gonna get that little light right there. So just hit the reset on top and you're good to go. Now for the dinette table, it's just got the legs underneath it. Undo the Velcro, slide it out, lock it in place. Same thing for the other leg. Plop it where you like it. We're putting it away, do the Velcro leg first on this side. That way it holds the other leg up. And drop it back into place here. And then the 2 back cushions from your dinette, fill it in. Now whenever you're packing up, getting ready to go, this is how you need it because that back bunk does slide over it. So that being said, we're going to do the same thing with this bunk too. We're just going to slide it back out. Put the cushion back in. And there we go. Your stove, just the 2 locking sides there. Swings open. And the wings there. Turn it over to light. Hit it with a lighter. Which fires right up. Do keep in mind it is putting off the fumes, so whenever you're using the stove, you do want to make sure a window is open. Just lock it back in place, make sure it's holding down to the stove top. And then lastly, we'll do the door. So when it comes to bringing that down, it's easiest to do the back straps first, just because it's still got the cables holding it up. And then we'll come to these straps here. Just hold it up, swing it down. And right up top, you've got this little metal plate. It picks up, lines up with another little metal plate on the roof there. You're going to slide that into place while also lining up the bottom of the door frame into its hole. And that's that. Open it up. And then from the outside, you're just going to be attaching all of the Velcro here. On both sides. There we go. Nice for storing it back away. Just gonna push all the Velcro off of place. Close the door. Lift it straight up. Pull it back. And once you get back, I just like to balance it on that little metal piece in the wall there. And holding it up, get those straps into place. There we go. We've also just got the roof vent here, so take that knob, turn it to open. Then in the back corner, you just got the speed settings, 1, 2, and 3. Close it back up when you're done. There we go. All right. And as for closing it up, I'm gonna grab this rod here, pull it back, folding it down nicely, pull it out of place. Stick it back underneath the mattress. I find it easiest with the curtains into the center. And then at each corner, just got the little black locks here. Just pulling up on that head. Undo the supports. Supports will just stick underneath the mattress here. Undo these locks. And then we're going to unzip it. And one thing that I find makes setting up and closing really easy is to just undo the zipper to that one seam right there, rather than completely undoing it. Still allows you to fold the tent up properly. It just saves you having to line it back up next time. We'll undo our rope as well as the Velcro. Flip it over. And then once it's all folded up and unlocked, grab the end and just pull
we
it.
have to flip the sink over, right?
Oh, yes. We gotta flip the sink back down. And then we're just gonna lift up on the end a little bit just to relieve that stress. Put it straight on in. Just pulling everything back in, just makes it easier. Same thing at the back. Undo our locks. Slide it back in. And we'll just go up to the winch here, close the door. Go into the winch. And we'll run it most of the way down. So once we're about this point, just come around, stuffing it all back in. Once we're all in, we'll lower it down a bit more. Just kind of check it again, making sure that nothing's hanging out. And we'll latch it down. And that's that. So if you've got any questions on the unit, please feel free to give us a call, 204-237-7272.